All right. Hey, everyone. It's Doodle time. It's
Hey.
it's a long weekend, but I initially wasn't sure whether Thanksgiving weekend is a good weekend to doodle together, but I think it's just as good an occasion as any other.
Why
So
not?
welcome. Yay. So today we have Ben and Lisa, and let's see, we are going to be doing palm. And Lisa's not doing it because her pet is really big. She tried anyway.
I don't have
Yeah.
stuff on top of it today, so I can sort of do it.
Oh, yeah. So this season the words are picked by various people who are doodling together, and I picked this word. I like words with multiple meaning, so I thought palm is kind of fun because you can have like palm trees, but you can also have like palm as a palm of your hand. So I actually think I'm going to try to do something quite specific, which I don't know if other people know it, but so there's a famous Chinese story called Journey to the
Oh my
West.
God, sorry.
And
Oh.
there's a scene in it where basically the Monkey King, so the Monkey King is the main character, and the journey to the west refers to him protecting a monk going to the west from China. So think of the direction. So when you go to the west from China, it goes to India. So, which I was very confused when I was a kid. Why is the west like America? Like it's not the right direction. So he and the monk and some other well, I wouldn't say people, but actually it's a pig, and so it's not really people. So some other characters, the journey to the west, and there's a scene where he was kind of punished, I guess. And then the Buddha was like, okay, I will let you go if you can escape from my palm. So there's a long sequence of him trying all kinds of things, but then he still stays within the palm of the Buddha. So I'll see if I can find good reference for it. But so it's so there's a lot of expression derived from that story, and one of them is like the five-finger mountain. So because you're in the palm, then anyway, I'm going to search and see if I can find something. If not, then I may go with palm trees. That would be more obvious. So let's see. Oh, I am like one off. So
I like you have a whole story you're thinking of to
Yeah.
bring to this time.
Well, I
sounds
mean,
fun.
if we are doing it in Chinese, I will just say, five-finger mountain, and everybody like, oh yeah, and then we'll just go. But I felt like I want to give some context.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Ooh.
There's a lot of interesting pictures.
Yeah.
I think this one is a pretty, like the palm
Cool
is pretty
style.
prominent.
Yeah.
Prominently featured.
Yeah.
And so it's like a big deal because the Monkey
Yeah.
King is one of the four most famous books in ancient Chinese literature, and everybody knows it not because they read it, but because there are like, oh my god, so many different movie adaptations, TV series adaptations, comic books, anime, cartoons. Yeah, so everybody knows the story. So this is
That's
kind of like a famous part of it. So I don't know if you know Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
So Goku, like, it's the same name as this Monkey King, which I mean it's like loosely inspired by it, which was really funny because my husband is not Chinese, so he read the Monkey King story, and then he was telling me later, it's like, hey, it's like a monkey with like a stick that can like change size, riding on a cloud. It's kind of similar to Dragon Ball Z, and I'm like, it's the same thing. But then I didn't realize that he read an English translation, which translates from Chinese, and then the Japanese. Like Dragon Ball Z is Japanese, so the transliteration is not the same. Basically, that's what I'm getting at. Like, because the character literally had the same name in Chinese.
Yeah.
Like for both,
but it
and
means
like,
something different. Yeah.
like, how do you miss like that Sun Wukong is Goku? Oh wait, because it sounds different. Okay, that makes sense. All right, how do I open this? Open image in new tab. Okay, it's kind of small. But
Yeah.
yeah. It works.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that
clear
would
enough.
be what I'm trying to draw. It will take a while, I think. This thing has a lot of detail. We'll see.
Wow. That's cool, though. It's a cool art style.
When you take a while, it gives me more time. So
Yeah, that's true.
I'm always happy.
We're
with
always out of time.
All right. Somehow my internet is flaky, so please
It's
Oh,
back.
there we go.
Yay.
You're back.
bear with me.
We thought it might be us.
Well, I don't know. I live in. I'm not on the grid. Let's put it that way. It's not It's not a line that connects to my internet. It's a microwave over the air.
Oh,
So
wow.
you never know. Yeah, and sometimes a funny story. So basically, we have a plot like in the neighborhood that a house was being built, and then one day we didn't have internet, and then it turns out that the line of sight was blocked by his chimney. We just got built that day,
Oh,
and I was
wow.
like, oh great, I haven't really met this neighbor yet, and my first conversation will be like, your chimney is blocking my internet. But fortunately, we called the ISP and they were able to point our dish to another antenna in another direction.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
Oh, wow.
yeah. All right, so let me go ahead and get the palm going. Like, the Monkey King is so small, I'm not sure how to draw him. But I guess I should draw him first. I can't really even tell what is going on, so I guess I'll just have some squiggles and you will imagine that this is a Monkey King. So I have like a head here, and a little arm here, shoulder, and then it looks like there's a little, I don't know, scarf or something of that kind. But he always wears yellow, so it's kind of his signature color. And then there's a leg of some kind. I guess he's kneeling. Let's have him kneel. Okay, so that gives a sense of scale. And then I'll have the palm go around him. And then let's start with the thumb here. And then like this. Okay, and then this other finger. I think I'll do the top of the finger first because that kind of defines how big the whole thing is. So another finger. And this one is partial. Okay. Come out like this. And then it's really hard. I think I heard one of the most difficult thing to draw is hand. So I don't feel too bad about my weird looking Buddha hand. Sorry, Buddha. So all right, so I got the palm down.
That's a pretty good Buddha hand, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you. I need a little bit of bump here and there, it seems. So like add a little bit of. Okay. Right. So then Buddha head. Somehow I want to get the nose going first. So yeah, definitely not my usual style. This is not the kawaii style, which I often default to and I don't know what to do.
Well, it's good to branch out.
Exactly. I feel like this whole Doodle Together weekly meeting is a good way to try different things because the box is so small, It's not really a big deal. When Buddha has very big ears, that's very important. So let's make sure that doesn't get out of frame. All right, so then we have his. Don't even know what it's called. There's a very specific word for things that like Buddhist monk wear in Chinese, but I don't know if English has a word for it. I don't have the vocabulary. I don't have any Buddhism vocabulary in English. Not that I even have that many Catholic vocabulary. If you remember the Mass episode. What is that thing and that other thing? And
We had a lot of questions that episode
yeah,
collectively, I think.
yeah. So,
what is the earlobe thing? Do they pull out make the earlobe bigger or something?
I don't know, but Buddha always like is shown with very big.
I never noticed that.
Interesting. That's for me one of the defining features.
Yeah.
So okay, so I think this is his. How about his like hairstyle? Is that something that you notice? Because for me, that's also another thing. Like
I feel like that's a statue thing.
The little circle style hair.
Like there's the texture of the statues.
Yeah.
That are the circles.
All right. I'm very worried about the eyes, but I'll do it. Okay. Let's see. Not quite the same, but at least it doesn't look like, I don't know, evil. Like it looks calm. All right, so now there's this ring at the back. With a little bit of cloud / flame going on. Not quite sure what that's supposed to be, but I'll just try to capture the same lines. Okay. And then there's some more clouds here. Okay, and more clouds here. It's that's what I like about drawing from a model. I feel like there are all kinds of things that I don't notice until I need to duplicate it. Then I was like, oh, there's a line here, and there's a flower here, and all kinds of things. So, all right, okay. So now it's color time. Let's go with the flesh first, and then the Monkey King. Okay. Double check which part is the body and which part is the garment. Okay. And then somehow I want to get the hair going, so let's do that. Here, and then some red. Yeah. The lips are pretty red. Okay, and then The garment, I want it to be orange. Maybe blend a little bit of brown if it's too bright. Yeah, blend a little bit of brown in there. Okay, and then I think the face needs a little bit of contour, so I'll add a little bit of a darker shade. Maybe the fingers too, actually, come to think of it. Oh yeah, the original definitely has shading on there. Okay. And, more blending. Was a little bit too casual on the shading. Cool. All right, let's get to the details of the Monkey King. Fun part. I have him wear yellow, first of all. Then there's a little bit of a red scarf. And then wearing some dark pants. And some blue, I don't know what, belt, sash, whatever this is. Okay. Right. Let's see. Let's do the yellow background. Lots of yellow here, 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 and I just noticed that I did not do the fingernail. So let me add that. Okay, and now the flamey bit. I think it's kind of reddish, brownish. I'll try pink first, and then if I don't like it, I'll add some red. Yeah, you can never have enough colors. That's what. This, I mean, it's not watercolor. You know, you can blend a little, but it's still distinct colors. Okay. What do I want for the little clouds here? Maybe brown, actually. I think brown is better. Maybe brown plus red. I feel like the pink just doesn't have the same. It's like it's not the same palette. It feels out of place. So, red. Oh, I have a magenta too, actually. Maybe I'll do that. So, yeah. And then I have a little bit of yellow going here. And then I think I would add a little bit more shading. Oops, shading, not shaking. Totally just whacked on my camera. Shading. This one. Yeah, I think a little bit under the chin. Here. What else? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, the head. The head is not colored yet. Of Monkey King. Is that? I think it needs a little bit of orange or something. It's a lot of detail that I don't really know how to represent. It's really hard to represent the monkey king on the Buddha. Okay. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to attempt to add a little bit of texture on the white part. I don't know if it's going to do anything. Very light gray. Okay, I don't think it's doing much, but okay. Yay!
Nice.
I'm pretty happy. I feel like I made Buddha a bit more feminine because I ran out of space. So like it got compacted. But otherwise, it's pretty good. All right. Let's take a picture. Okay, let me switch the views. Okay, yay. Let's see. I'm looking forward to how everybody is, which sense of the word palm is everybody choosing?
Yeah, will it be a 50-50 split?
Yeah. Or maybe there's another sense of palm that I didn't even think of. Another thing I thought about was Palm Pilot.
Oh, I forgot about that.
The technical sense.
Yeah.
So I don't know if maybe someone went with that. I mean, which is kind of the same sense as Buddha's palm, not the palm tree palm.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So it's still, one of the two that we mentioned, but in a completely different direction.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm trying to crop. So hard to crop on the phone. Good enough. Save. All right.
This square format, man, it's weird.
I got lucky. I found something that is a square, so I just copied it.
Nice. Yeah, because mine's like, I feel like I've both times now I've had like this space on the side where I'm like, oh, that's awkward.
Interesting. Now I want to see what the composition you chose. So, Monkey King on Buddha's palm. Doodle together. It's so funny. I keep looking at the Buddha's palm and I keep wanting to put nail polish. Like, no, Buddha, that's not wear nail polish.
Well, take liberties.
Maybe. Okay. Sweet. All right. I'm going to get onto Twitter and see how everybody's doing. I just see the comment from Janice. She said she enjoys the interesting stories. Oh, thank you. Somehow, one way or another, I always bring up all these, I guess, like links with like home, like my culture and what I grew up with. I don't know why. I mean, I do other things too, but I guess that's the one that I need to tell the stories, because if it's something like a stand mixer, like I'm not going to explain to you what is a stand mixer. You know what it is versus Monkey King. I need to spend more time explaining Monkey King. Though stand mixer still has the Great British Bake Off, story going on. So it's not completely void of story. It's just not as detailed. I felt like I could just refer to it, and then people will be like, oh yeah, I know what that judging table looked like. Versus, if I just say, oh yeah, I'm gonna draw Monkey King on Buddha's palm, it's like, what? So
I think this is a cool story because I don't think I've read that one. I think I may have heard of it, but I haven't read it. So it's like knowledge,
Oh cool. Boy, I am ambitious, and I was like, okay, one of these days, I will read the original. I mean, I never read like an abridged version or kids version. I just watched TV and like the cartoons. So I got it on my Kindle, and I am on chapter 65 of like 100, and I just cannot continue because it's so repetitive. It's really
Oh, yeah.
repetitive. It's like the monk was like being kind and like very trusting, and Monkey King was like, no, this is a trap. Don't go there, master. Don't go there. And then he went there, and then he got into trouble, and then Monkey King has to like get him out of trouble with all the like magic that like he does. I mean, in TV format or in like in cartoon format, it's pretty fun. I mean, it's like Power Ranger kind of deal, right? There's always the bad guy, and then in written format, in like old Chinese, it gets old.
Yeah.
So I think I brought it with me on playing Rise because it's in my Kindle, right? So I was just like, okay, I'll read a few chapters, and I fell asleep, which is great because then the playing Rise goes really quickly. But then that means I don't finish the story. So
I think I'm at a point now where if I'm 70% through a story and I'm like, okay, I don't feel like finishing it, I'm okay with that now. I used to be like, oh, I should finish it. And I'm like,
the point is, I know how it's going to end.
Yeah,
I
know it's going to happen.
The grand arc, right? So there's no mystery, right? Yeah. So it's just kind of logging through. It's like, all right, get into some other trouble. I mean, and of course, like the cartoons don't illustrate every single problem they got into, right? They pick the juicy ones. So I know all the good bits, and then it's like the repetitive bit that I'm like going through, and I'm like, I cannot. So who knows?
It's good for getting sleepy on the plane, at least.
Right, yeah. So that's a good thing. So this is how mine looks like. After I take a picture, I'm pretty happy. I think it's recognizable, the Monkey King. Now that I know
the pink and red too.
The corona around the sun. I don't actually know what it's representing, but I think it's like the palette is very limited. It's kind of all very warm shades, but I'm pretty happy with it. Especially the eye. I was so worried about the eye, and I think it turned out okay.
That's awesome.
So
I like
a bit
the hair
different
too.
from the original, but I feel like it's pretty good. And I managed to make him actually look like he's looking at Monkey King, which I don't know how to draw eyes at all. Like, I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's just my brain filling in.
Yeah.
Oh, palm reader, nice.
Nice.
Wow, I love the circle,
the gold.
Line. Yeah. Do you have a glittery jelly
I think she
roll
got
type
gold
thing?
pen. Yeah.
It does look like it.
Yeah, I think she went to Target.
Nice. I am very tempted to get something of that kind because sometimes I want to add the highlight, but it's like the light of the locomotive or like something that yellow would be better than white, basically. So I need to expand my light color thing that can go on top. It opens a whole new world because if you don't have that, then you can only put the dark color around and hope for the best that it doesn't bleed through.
Yeah.
So nice.
I think it's cool how it's like you have this little tool in your bag and you can use it just for this specific thing. It may not come up, but if it does, it's so nice to have it, So that's cool.
Aha, so Julian did a Twin Peaks inspired palm.
Oh.
That must be some
meanwhile
reference that I don't know, but I can see the hands. I'm not sure what the squiggly represent because I haven't watched Twin Peaks.
Isn't it like the Twin Peaks has this otherworldly scene with like a lot of patterns and like the floor.
Oh yeah, there's the red room. Maybe it's like the red room or something like that. Maybe Julian or Lucy will comment for us and we'll learn.
Yeah, that would be lovely because I have very big gaps in my knowledge. Oh, I think the picture didn't get attached in this one, so may have to do it again. So.
I did that last time. It was like such a rush to tweet.
Look at this one. Oh boy, I love it.
Gosh.
I love the palm on glass, so you can see it really
Yeah.
clearly. But
That's pretty badass.
What is it a reference to? That's crazy.
this is
That's
so
awesome.
good. Yeah, I would love to hear the backstory of this. It's also kind of creepy, but but in like an impressive way, not like I'm scared. I want to scream.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think
Has a
because
lot
of
of
the
looks like a comic book.
yeah, the yellow color maybe is why I'm not like, I don't know. I felt like the mood changes a lot with this kind of color versus, I don't know. I can't take my eyes off it. It's so good.
Yeah.
So good. Thank
Wow.
you, Katie. Yes, and I would love to hear the backstory. If you would like to put a comment, and I'll keep an eye on this so I can share with everyone. All right. Aha. Palm Springs.
Yep. I think this is supposed to be, there's these houses that all have the same style in Palm Springs. I think it's called an Eichler, but I don't know for sure.
Huh.
Yeah, because they all have that like California, like very flat ranch style modern look. And I don't really love that style of house, but they're all throughout Palm Springs.
Huh. The only thing I know about Palm Springs is people go there to golf.
Yeah, I mean it's just a place to go to the pool and stuff. But also like I think we've been there for Coachella. Like it's near Coachella, so just SoCal vibes,
Nice. Yeah, I think I've heard of that style because I think there are some in Palo Alto.
Yeah, he's an architect. I was just looking him up.
Was I right, Eichler?
Well, I don't know if that's an Eichler because that looks more. I mean, it's very boxy.
Yeah, but that's what they're like.
Maybe that is Eichler-ish.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe Eichler has to have the arch.
Is a little bit more like 60s feeling than that.
No, but they're 60s. I mean, this is it's the right thing.
Maybe.
Oh, Jenna said mid-century modern.
Yes, that was my search actually. Palm Springs mid-century modern.
Oh, okay then.
There you go.
Good. It's recognizable. Like
I know,
it's exactly
worked
the
out.
words that Janice came up with.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So let's see. We have okay. Thank you. So now that's attached palm frond.
Very nice.
Nice.
Frond is such a specific word. I don't know. I love it. Like it. I think it's like leaves that spread out. It's a frond, like a fern has it, and like a fennel has it. At least that's my understanding. I'm going to Google because
It's like a wand, but a frond.
Yeah, it's not leafy.
The leaf or leaf-like part of a palm, fern, or similar plant. So hey, fern is like a typical plant that has it. But Wikipedia has a much more descriptive definition. So like a frond is a large divided leaf.
So it's a single leaf, but with lots of pieces. Interesting.
So it's not like a compound leaf with many little ones.
Yeah.
It's one piece.
Yeah, with a lot of
things we learn while doodling together. Oh, hello, bunnies. Oh, they must be so small. Like
This is like the stage before their eyes are open.
Oh,
they
so must
come
be like
out
a few days old.
Yeah.
So small, and I love the way you did the sleeves, like the lines coming out and the background lines, like all the lines. It's just like wow.
I felt like I had a lot of space to fill with the square. Oof, square's tough.
It's like no change for us, but for you, I think it's harder.
Yeah, that's true.
It's bigger, slightly bigger.
It's like too big. This is such a huge square.
I don't know. I don't know why a square has more space to fill than a rectangle. Because bunnies are like more.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of objects are a lot of like subjects of the drawings, objects of the drawings tend to be not square. So it's more of a challenge. But I like it. It's a good challenge. It's a fun challenge.
And I find that's my thing every time is framing it right and figuring out what do I exaggerate, what do I make bigger, what do I keep the same size, and so forth. It's complicated.
Yeah. And sometimes, when I find a reference that is not the same format, then I kind of like need to crop essentially, like in my head trying to figure out how to. Or sometimes I like move elements to like fit, and cut off the other part. So yay, cool. All right, so I'm going to refresh a little bit, just to see. Oh yeah, there's also I never got an explanation of why it says meanwhile here. So but Julian is not commenting, so
we can get a reply. Maybe
it will be a question that.
We'll have to just keep wonder. We'll be laying in bed tonight with our eyes wide open, just being
meanwhile.
Oh, there's some scene where Laura Palmer is one of the main characters. She is in the red room and does that hand motion, and they say meanwhile.
Look at that.
So there you go. I think we're putting together bits and pieces of it at least.
That's good.
Detective work.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Cool. Okay, I think I got everybody.
Yeah.
Yay.
There a lot of interpretations.
Yeah. I was expecting Ben to do Palm Pilot, but he didn't. Being predictable.
Didn't you have a Palm Pilot?
Yeah, I had a Palm Pilot. I just think it's not an interesting picture, I think.
But you can have a palm with a Palm Pilot.
I'm gonna definitely deliver some. I'll deliver some nerdy ones. I promise.
Well, and drawing hands is really hard. Like it's hard. It's like I did the best I could in this time, but it was like I made some gaffes.
Did you just draw it, or you have a reference?
I was using a photograph, but like I made some gaffes, and I tried to fix them, and I didn't. I was like, I wish I had whiteout, but oh well, it's fine. It's a doodle.
That's why I insist on using a pen. So it's just you commit to it, and then you just live with it. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. It's fine.
There's mysterious, unexplained marks, and that's fine. It's fine.
Right. Exactly. All right. Yay! Thank you so much for joining us. It's always fun to see what everybody does. So next one is Fluffy, and I think it plays right into Bunnyland. But Lisa didn't suggest this word.
Yeah. So no, I did not. I did not.
Yeah.
That was not me.
We'll see what fluffy things people draw. All right, then. We'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.
Bye.